What happens when the gods bless you with the granite chin and venom in both hands? You sit in a pocket and return fire. Our attention is captivated by risk takers. Too often in life, we stick with the safest route, which favors better probabilities. But good stories plot thickens with the thrill and the gamble. Why simplify it to just red and black when you can gamble on 6 and 3? His name is Tank for a reason. Manually loaded tanks such as the M1A1 Abrams have a theoretical rate of fire of only 4 rounds per minute, relatively low when compared to a heavy machine gun such as a minigun that's commonly mounted on an assault helicopter, which fires over 100 rounds per second, equaling to 6,000 rounds per minute. The difference between a cannon round and a machine gun bullet is, a bullet may cut through flesh, but a cannon round can blow your brains out, scattering your thoughts across the ground, leaving you to wonder, how silly of it was I to bring a machine gun to a cannon fight. Tank is a counter-puncher by trade, but he isn't one to sit back and wait for his opponents to open up. Instead, he sits in a pocket to force the action. Sure, he takes more punches than most defensive boxers. The difference is, he's returning fire. So if someone is willing to gamble with the punches, there's a very good chance they'll be paying the tax for every punch thrown. Over the years, Tank has developed his style to be more economical. The early rounds are typically reserved for data. What I mean by data is habit and pattern recognition. Does the opponent paw the jab before he shoots the cross? Maybe he prefers to throw the jab and cross in order to set up the left hook. How about the footwork? Do they prefer to engage in a straight line or attack at angles? When they do engage, where is the head placement? Is it on the center line or is it placed on the outside? Maybe on the inside. What counter punchers are paying attention to are the tiny details that give away the opponent's motive. All positions and attacks narrow down to probabilities. The more likely the probability of a punch is thrown, the higher the percentage of a counter landing, as there is a science to drawing out specific punches. Once the data is collected and processed, it's time for Tank to get to work. The reason Tank takes more shots than most counterpunchers is because he's willing to trade. When the gods bless you with the granite chin and bricks in both hands, you're willing to trade punch for punch until one submits. Tank's punch volume is low because he's investing a great deal of energy into each strike. He's not there to play for points. He's there to be the Punisher. Tank gambles a lot as he tries to counter every chance he gets. He doesn't have to land at a high rate. The threat of return fire alone is enough to control the pace of the fight. When you're firing bullets at the front line and there's return fire from artillery, the enemy will be much more cautious in their engagement. The benefits of sitting in a pocket and holding ground is that if you slip the punch properly, you're able to garner more damage as the opponent is completely exposed and the forward momentum will acquire more damage. The element of surprise also contributes to the damage inflicted due to the opponent not being fully set to brace for the punch.
Well, some uppercuts are getting there, and this one got there. A very good one by Gervonta Davis. And later on,
there's an art to drawing punches out of your opponents. Tank's preferred range is mid to close due to his stature and reach. If you allow Tank to stand in a pocket, he will barrage you with artillery from all angles. This forces his opponents to fight him off of them. To be an effective counterpuncher, one must possess good timing. It's a game of inches. The shorter the slip, the bigger the window of opportunity of landing. When Tank slips to the outside, a few things are happening. First off, he's moving his head off the center line, forcing his opponents to miss the target, resulting in overreaching. Secondly, he's lowering his rear shoulder like a rubber band, so when he transfers his weight from his back foot onto his front, he's able to throw fastballs at his opponents in return. Each time Tank rolls, not only is he taking the steam off the punches by deflecting the impact, but he's also loading up his shoulders by pulling back. This allows him to counter with full leverage as he's able to follow through completely with his punches. Tank is a true cowboy at heart, as he's not afraid of a showdown. He'll go blow for blow. Up to date, his guns haven't failed him yet, as he's still the champion with the quick draw.
Hearts of champions! If Davis thought Santa Cruz was going to fold from his... Oh my! Credit for taking that punch.
And Davis walking forward, walking through fire. Left uppercut. Right hand to the body by Barrios.
Romero corner. Now here we're going to see that counter left hand again. Right hand very low for Romero.
All right, right in the chin.